This is DM Burley, and I'd like to thank all of you for being on Facebook and giving your comments and things. But I'm in a very bad predicament right now, and I'm sorry about how I look right now, but this is how I look because I am very sick. I just, about a couple of weeks ago, got out of the hospital with cellulitis. I have stage F, high blood pressure. Also, I have a herniated disc in my back, where I'm in excruciating pain almost 24 hours a day. I take medication for this, but it's not working out as well as you would imagine. Right now, I'm in a predicament. I don't know what to do. I currently in a place that's safe, and I am trying to heal. It's been a nightmare for me for the last several years, and just my health has deteriorated. I seeked out help. I've contacted everybody, and I just can't believe where we are today in this society. Seen on Facebook, there's other people out here that are, ill as well. Also, sometimes get flukes, which are mini strokes, which I kind of came out of one just a while ago because I'm not doing real well. I put a plea out on a fundraise, and to try to see if I could get some help. Nobody responded at all. Though I see everyone else gets response, for some reason or other, I get nothing. I have talked to other individuals who are disabled and handicapped. A friend of mine is paralegal that's in Nevada. He is in a very bad shape. He's living in a camper. The other thing is a lot of people that are disabled right now are heading to the streets, and I happen to be part of the aging population that's ending up on the street because, again, there's nothing out there. Now, again, grant you will say go to, your local, services, social service agencies and things. They provide little for those who are disabled out there. They don't have housing, they don't have assistance, they don't have, for some reason, or maybe it's just me, I don't know, but I go to these places, people tell me to go. And the last thing I went to, which was really a nightmare, was yesterday. I had called a church to ask for help because tomorrow morning, it's like almost being executed. Tomorrow morning at, I guess I would say about 11 o'clock, I've got to be out of here and start heading towards the street because there's nothing out here that would help me in my dilemma. Right now I have no money, period, nothing. This one agency helped me up until tomorrow, only one time, and that's it. The other choice is to go into a nursing facility, and what they do, and I've been complaining about it, and folks, until you get my age, you'll find out what I'm talking about, or experience a nursing home, which I did. It's a scary fact of life for people that are getting older if you have no money. I worked all my life in corporate America. I worked in these large corporations, and I saw salaries, and I saw how people were not paid equally, especially African Americans. I worked for presidents of companies, controllers' offices, various other places for long lengths of time. And in the end, I get the minimum, possible minimum of what is out there for Social Security benefits. That's all I get, nothing else. I was told by some other woman in an agency that you're not supposed to try to work, once you get to 60s. You're doing something wrong if you go to the library. Like I'm in Auschwitz in some kind of German Nazi death camp. I've been trying to get work, and it's been very, very difficult. And I have spurts, and I'm okay, and I can get around. And for about, I guess, a whole week, I was on the streets of the city of Chicago, riding up and down on the trains and buses. Now, the thing is, I just am putting this out here as a plea to see if anyone out here will help. I don't know. I'm just praying that somebody might be able to, spare something, and maybe put it into PayPal in my account so I can pay, so I can stay here until I heal up, at least, instead of me going on the street with virtually nothing. As I said before, I went to church organizations in the suburbs and contacted the city of Chicago as well, and there's nothing out there other than if you go in the nursing home, you give them everything, your Social Security, and you keep $90, and that's it. And they say it's like teeth getting the money back if you want to leave facilities. When this was going on, I got contacted by a woman that's in Florida, and her mother's in a nursing home, and she's under house arrest right now, trying to get her mother out of a nursing home. She wheeled her out because she was being abused and neglected, and basically had problems with nutrition, everything else. So she tried to get her mother out of the nursing home, and she was arrested. She's under house arrest right now. She has a leg bracelet on, can't come out of where she's staying, cannot leave. She's not African American, by the way, and she's a lawyer. I got a contact by email by this other woman that just contacted me too in regards to her autism niece, and the girl is in Arizona, and she just went to put her in an adult facility trying to get help for her, and they got her on a lock and key, and she can't see her on the magical third floor. There's a third floor in these nursing homes, by the way, that patients get few visitors, from what I'm understanding, and they're abused there, and it's happening all over the United States. And even a woman I spoke to that's down in Florida can't believe this. She thinks that her case is just one random one, which it is not. But in my particular circumstance, I don't know what the heck to do, because this is just a nightmare. Now, my dad used to have chitlin rants, which was house rent parties back in the day, when there were individuals that needed help. Today, you are laughed at, ridiculed. People don't do what you think, and there are some people that do, Maybe in my case, they feel I don't need help. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm being blackballed. All of a sudden, my phone went off a few days ago after I talked to one woman that was trying to help out, and I do try to do what I can to help other individuals out, because I don't want to be in their situation, so I try to reach a hand out, and what media I have. Interesting enough, I got 35 million people on various social medias that, review my presence on the internet. And I put this stuff together, 20 years ago. I've been working on that, because that's all I did in corporations, think tank, put things together, and stuff like that. But can't get work, and sick, and disabled. And so, putting a plea out and asking you if there's any way that someone out here listening might have a heart and might be able to see what they could do to help. There was one guy that's here on Facebook, and he helped me immensely. His name is John, and his last name begins with an N. I could put his whole name out there unless he wants me to. It wasn't a whole lot of money, but he gave me something to help me get through, because I was on the street. I was on the street dragging stuff up and down the street, riding buses until the next morning, and then just moving around like the rest of the people in Chicago, because that's where I am right now. My car needs repair. It's sitting outside and tires blown up and something else. I don't know what else is wrong with it. I can't even afford to do anything with that. In fact, the inside of the car is almost, brand new as far as the mechanism, but this other thing, I don't know what it is that caused it to go out. At least I would have, shelter that way. But imagine walking up and down the street on a cane and getting off and on the buses and in excruciating pain with a herniated disc in the back and equipment that you have to keep with you. I'm trying to figure out how to handle this. It's just a nightmare. This is part one. I'm going to see if I can do this other thing. I don't know if I can do this. By the way, I'll show you how I'm working this, so you understand the ramifications of what's going on. This is where I am. This is the room I'm in. This is my other little mini top. That I can't even use right now because there's a virus in it. I've been trying to work on it, but I have a lot of problems sitting for long lengths of time, so I can't work hard getting the virus or whatever out of it, but I'm working on it slowly. These are some of the books I have here that I read. Over here is the room. You'll see here, this is some of my medication right here. This is my sleep apnea machine that I'm supposed to be using. And this is where I lay at night. Here, I don't know if you can see it. But I can't lay down flat because of my health condition at all. If I lay down flat, I can't breathe. So, right here, this will show you, this is where I lay. That's my cane. And this is my sleep apnea equipment. Hope you can see this. And this is the stuff I gotta lug with me when I leave tomorrow. And this is some of my medications here. Right here, I don't know if you can make it out, see it, but that's what it is. I had a kitchen that at least I could cook in, and a television. That's what I have right now to stay in. This is where I'm at currently. Oh God, ow, ow. Whew, stood up. But I have to go out here tomorrow, lug this stuff with a cane, with no car. Now, I was told by this church woman, oh yeah, I'm older than you, much older. And I had been sick, I had surgery. And you tell me you don't have any friends? I can move in with any of my relatives and friends. I can move in with anyone. And I don't understand why you're like this. And this was a woman that's working in a church doing charitable work. Been doing it for a long time, I gather. And I was in tears after talking to this woman. I just couldn't believe she would talk to somebody like that and work in an agency for people that need help. I was told, oh yeah, just call up and go to PADS or these other agencies. Well, it's good if you're not sick. It's not really good if you're not sick. Either way, these agencies, you have to walk miles to go to the next pad site to sleep on the floor in a church. Now imagine going to a church and pulling out the equipment I just showed you. They're not going to provide you a chair to sit in. They're not going to provide you with a place for your breathing apparatus if you can carry it. And you're on a cane and you're supposed to drag all the stuff back and forth to these sites. And there's no health aid other than you go into a nursing home, which the facilities demand that you give them your Social Security, SSI. They take the, what else do they take? Your Medicare, Medicaid program, and they use that to pay for you to be facilitized in these in places. Now, some of them are nice, don't get me wrong. But those nice ones, you have to pay deposits, and they're thousands of dollars a month, which, if I could afford $3,000-4,000 a month, I could move in an apartment. And I already have a health aide. I have a nurse. I have a health aide. I have a physical therapy, occupation therapy. I was supposed to go to months ago. I can't go because of where I'm at right now. And I missed a doctor's appointment the other day, and that was $50 for just missing it. And I just don't know, what to say or do. This is a nightmare. And I'm still on the air. I do my show from wherever I am. And I set it up that way. It took me years. I was one of the first ones that started going on the internet and getting on the social medias and things like that and connecting to AM stations I was on. So that's why I have a large population. And then also I'm known for other things out here. I've been an activist for years and helping people with their rights. And, it's just heart-rendering where we are in this society, in this country right now. We have 10 million kids that ran across the border, and that has nothing to do with me right now. But those kids, they need help too. They're running out of their country because they don't have anything. They come over here looking and expecting for stuff over here, and then when you are in my shoes, there's nothing. If you look at my eye, one side of it is very badly swollen. And that's because I have extreme high blood pressure. So I need to take that, and I have steroids I'm taking, and asthma medicine I'm taking, and pills for pain. I'm trying not to use those at all because that has side effects. So I'm trying to deal with the pain in different ways. I'm using magnesium, vitamin B, 6 and 12, my supply lasts. And, as long as I don't get any other reactions to medications, which I had. But this is just a total nightmare. And I don't see any way of coming out of this other than to put out a plea on Facebook and YouTube to see if there's anyone out there that would be able to help me in my plight. If you can, I would ask you if you could make a deposit to PayPal through DANNE, which is my name, .B as in boy, URLEY, at gmail.com. DANNE.B as in boy, URLEY at gmail.com. If you can make anything into that account. $10 a person or $5 a person would be enough to, gather up something so I can at least try to, forge ahead each day so I can have at least peace of mind. I'm trying to get work right now, something I can do so that I can, afford housing. I don't need to go in a nursing home because, again, I can do things for myself. I would rather do things for myself. I don't want to get into that level of just, going out like this. And this is where, things are happening. It's very bad what's going on right now. Very bad. I have no family. Thought I did, but the truth of the matter is that I don't. Nobody that can help me because they're all struggling. I don't have, my father was the only child, died, in 62. My mother was the only child, and she died in 84, but I was still working. I was working at a law firm then, and I opened my own business, and I worked in a lot of places, but if you get sick, it's a mess. I had ran into one guy that hired me at, a long time ago, First National Bank of Chicago, and he's out on the street. He lived in Burley, and the guy had a brain injury, brain tumor, cancer. He remembered me too. It was like 30 years before. And that guy, I don't know if he's still alive or not, but he was on the street. He had nowhere to go, and no one would help him either. Because there's a whole growing population of disabled out there on the street. Many of them don't survive because there's no help. The few that end up, do go in a nursing home or whatever, and that's their last plight, because once you get in, you just think of the extraordinary cost it takes to run a nursing home. And that's the reason why they collect everything from you. That means everything you have, is a part of them. And there's no way to recover your money. Even if you try to recover it, you're still owed a nursing home or facility, because it's like almost like, if it's $3,000 a month, or I'm sorry, $3,000 a week, or whatever it is for assisted living, they have to pay for nurses and staff and doctors and medication and food. So everything you have goes right back into that. So whatever you have for retirement, which is supposed to be used for your golden age, is gone. And I'm not on any of the SSI or SSDs or anything like that. I don't qualify for it because I had worked the government factor, and I had pulled my pension out. Also, I had not enough comp hours in private sector.